testing.
What?
You want to play music while they're going through?
Yeah, play music while they're going in. It'll make it better.
Soft.
Just softer. Did you write a show order up with Bill?
Yeah.
Write them down if they're wrong.
No,
Last year we did that.
I think it's on YouTube. Just sitting right there.
I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know. I think so. I don't know if it's live or not.
It's not showing up on mine. On your
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Johnson County Fairgrounds. Once again, we'd like to thank the members of the Johnson County Fair for letting us move this show up here from the underwater of Lee County Fairgrounds up here into this beautiful show barn. So, is everybody ready to get started? You guys are used to this. I didn't have to cue you this year. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with our winners from Jefferson County. Our champion breeding ewe is Scout Locke. Our champion market lamb, Emily White. Our champion breeding doe and champion market goat, Blake Sobeski. Our champion breeding gilt, Braxton Headley. Champion market hard, Ryder Robertson. Champion breeding heifer, once again, is Scout Locke. And our champion market beef, Jasper Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, Jefferson County. Coming out of Lee County, our champion breeding ewe, Brady Adams. Our champion market lamb, Adeline Lampy. Our champion breeding doe and market goat, Ella Weisinger. Champion breeding gilt, Jared Gerdes. Champion market hog, Eliza Weisinger. Champion breeding heifer, Crystal Gerdes. And our champion market beef, Emma Marfell. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee County. Coming out of Washington County, our champion breeding ewe, Ella Greiner. Champion market lamb, Ava Greiner. Champion breeding doe and market goat, Parker Shawlaw. Champion breeding gilt, Peyton Ford. Champion market hog, Jack Greiner. Champion breeding heifer, Gracie Hirschberger. And market beef, Riker Giroux. Ladies and gentlemen, Washington County. Muscatine County is trying to jump the gun, ladies and gentlemen. Muscatine, are you ready now? Our champion breeding ewe, Carson Elberger. Champion market lamb, Hadley Burnett. Champion breeding doe and market goat, Caden Meyer. Champion breeding goat, Maxon Fitzer. Market hog, Oliver Griggs. Breeding heifer, Sawyer Clausen. And market beef, Bailey Danner. Ladies and gentlemen, Muscatine County. Next up, Van Buren County, champion breeding ewe and market lamb, Brianna Stewart. Champion breeding doe and market goat, Zane Smith. Champion breeding gilt, Bailey Headley. Market hog, Randy Grimm. Breeding heifer once again is Brianna Stewart, and market beef is Sawyer Gehring. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Buren County. Next up, our champions from Henry County, our breeding ewe and market lamb, Tate Beard. Breeding doe and market goat, Colin Anderson. Our breeding gilt, Josie Nelson. Market hog, Katie Miller. Breeding heifer, Morgan Meyer. And market beef, Libby Myers. Ladies and gentlemen, Henry County. Ladies, up next is Wapello. Our breeding ewe is Landon Witt. Our market lamb is Gracie Held. Breeding doe, Kaysen Apple. Market goat, Coy Apple. Breeding gilt, Sawyer Gehring. Market hog, Cale Bryant. Breeding heifer, Canderson Harold. Market beef, Collins Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, Wapello County. Coming out of Johnson County, our breeding ewe, Robbie Hatcher. Market lamb, Aiden Barnes. Breeding doe and market goat, Lincoln Lee. Breeding gilt, Carter Scott. Market hog, Nolan Scott. Breeding heifer, Kennedy Burns. Market beef, Chloe Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnson County. Louisa County, our breeding ewe, Kate Storm. Market lamb, Madeline Howell. Breeding doe and market goat is Kale Howell. Breeding gilt and market hog is J.C. Heindel. Breeding heifer, Jack Wheel. And market beef, Eddie Hoops, Louisa County. Ladies and gentlemen, our last from Des Moines County. Our breeding ewe is Sydney Bader and Market Lamb. Our breeding doe is Layla Tager. Our market goat is Scarlet Bellcamp, who also has breeding gilt and market hog. Breeding heifer was Lane Rigdon, and our market beef, Brianna T. Ladies and gentlemen, Des Moines County.
Okay, wave.
Once again, a round of applause for all of our county champions.
Everybody wave. Wave. Okay. Live stream. I don't know what to do now. I don't know directions, so I'm just gonna find it. See what
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 4-Hers and FFA members of all ages, at this time we please ask you to rise if you can, and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Can all of our scholarship participants please join me up here in the middle? All of our scholarship participants.
I guess. I'll go down here.
By saying a big thank you to Johnson County and everybody else, volunteers and so forth, who rolled with the punches. I think we're going to have a really great show tonight, but I want to start off with scholarship. And I'm going to start off with talking a little bit about our judges today. Today we had Ellie Stremsenberg, a high school agricultural teacher and FFA advisor. She and her husband Wade live on a small farm outside of Fairfield with their 2 children, Sydney and Jackson. Together they raise cattle, pigs, and Jack Russells. We also had Maddie Wellman, She's a high school ag teacher and FFA advisor at Central Lee. She lives in rural Donaldson and raises row crops, dogs, and cattle with her family. Lastly, we had Paige Thomas, who is also a high school ag teacher and FFA advisor. She and her husband, Mason, live in a rural Dodds, Iowa. They are expecting their first child in November and raise row crops, cattle, and goats. So can we please give our judges a big round of applause? Their job is not easy. They sit for several hours doing interviews with these kids. And every year, I know I say this every year, but every year they say, is there any more money? Because there's a lot of kids who deserve a scholarship. And every year I say, sorry, no. But so this year's winners, we have 2 Lee County Veterinary Care scholarships, and they go to Cale Howell and Landon Witt. If you two could come forward. We also have the Southeast Iowa Showdown Scholarship, and this year that goes to Emma Cole. Is Emma here? And then our last scholarship is the Denise Floyd Scholarship, offered by Dewey and Foley and Rice, and that goes to Brock Fisher. So if we can all give these guys a huge round of applause, and we'll get the show started.
Once again, thank you very much to all of our scholarship participants and our winners. Champions, are you ready? This is where you nod and agree and give me a verbal confirmation that you're ready to get this thing going. Once again, champions, are you ready? Corey, are you ready? Let's get this show on the road. Champions, go get your projects ready. I have 5:25 on my watch right now. We'll start our first championship drive at 7 p.m. So 5:25, everybody go out and support our great vendors that are out here with the barbecue and the Johnson County Cattlemen. Get some food, get some drink, get your projects ready, and we'll see you back here at 7 p.m.